Interview presented by Canaceutics Medical Dispensary, proudly serving New Mexico cannabis patients with trustworthy all-natural medicine since 2010.
Cage Minds, Micah Frankel at the JacksonWink Academy. We are just days out from PFC 31, where my guest, Nicholas Gjelaj, is going to be challenging for the PFC Amateur Flyweight title against Dominique Herrera. Sir, big opportunity for you. I know Muay Thai, boxing, you've had title fights in other sports. How do you feel ahead of this one?
Honestly, I don't feel too different. I have a lot of fights and a lot of experience, and it just feels like just another fight. I'm just going to go in there and just do my thing.
Go in there, do your thing. How do you feel that you've been getting more comfortable doing your thing inside of the cage? Like we said, striking, your first love, Muay Thai, I've seen you very active in boxing. How is the whole game coming together in the cage?
Yeah, so at first, MMA felt a little awkward, like the range and all the martial arts mixed together, but just through experience and training, I've gotten more and more comfortable in the MMA cage, and I've definitely now started to find my flow. I'm having a lot of fun in there, being very relaxed and just finding my shots and having a good time.
What did you feel was the most challenging aspect of becoming like a full encompassing mixed martial artist?
Honestly, I always trained MMA here for a lot of years, so it wasn't like the practice room definitely makes a big difference, but just like getting it in there and just fighting a good amount of times definitely what made me more comfortable more than anything.
In the recent months, particularly when we saw Peak out here live in Albuquerque, we saw you push, not maybe so much in the fight, but beforehand, the weight cut and how you had to test yourself mentally to get down a weight. What did you prove to yourself, and what do you learn from a situation like that?
It's not impossible for me to make flyweight, but it is pretty hard, and it does get challenging. It's just about being on top of it and just staying focused and honestly staying tough, because cutting weight is, in my opinion, harder than fighting. So it's just about keeping that focus when you literally feel like you're starving and dehydrated, and all you want to do is just drink water, and you just have to tell yourself no, and you just got to literally fight all your primal instincts to survive. And that's harder to me. I love fighting. Like, that shit's easy. Like, I'll smile the whole time. I'm having fun. I'm having fun backstage. Like, I don't really trip. It's the cutting weight that's hard. Like, and then once that's done, the fun starts for me.
And what does that show you or prove to you that once you're able to clear that hurdle and cut the weight, get on that scale, you're there, the numbers are reading everything you want, and that's a huge achievement.
Yeah, for sure. It's a relief, I would say. Like, it's like a whoosh, weight off my shoulders, and then I'm just, ready to get at it,
We've seen you also in that last fight, not just the striker, turned into a wrestler on us all of a sudden, man. What was that like to put that aspect of your game out there and on full display?
So I grew up wrestling when I was like a kid, and then I kind of like leaned away for a while, and then just getting back in touch with my wrestling roots with Coach Bart kind of like tapped me into that kind of like subconscious like muscle memory that I had for the sport, and then I kind of was able to just implement it naturally in the fight. He was kind of just giving me the takedowns, and I kind of was just taking them. I had no real game plan to wrestle him. It was just, for one, the dude was like so much smaller than me. I felt like I could throw him over the cage. He was so light, so I was just like, I'm just going to keep doing this because it was just easy in the moment, so, but yeah, it was just there, like, just to describe it the best I can. And that's kind of just how I fight. I just take what you give me. Like, I don't try to force anything. So with this fight, I have things that I want to improve on and get better at, but overall, when I'm in there, I'm just gonna stay relaxed and then just see what he gives me, and then see where he's not great and take it there.
Do you have a particular envisionment for how you see this one playing out?
Yeah. I want to just be free in there, and I want all my attacks to come out. Definitely just seeing, feeling, just letting my mind take over, but then definitely keeping a high pace and keeping it exciting and things like that for sure, because, you know, you got to excite the people watching too. But yeah, what I would say I expect for this fight is just for me to just be myself, and then the best version of whatever that is will come out.
Do you expect this to be a unique challenge from the ones that have been put in front of you in the past?
Everyone's a different person, different energy, different spirit. Everyone feels a little different, but I feel like generally fighting is fighting, and I don't try to overcomplicate it. It's always just kind of like a man in front of me, and then my training, I train with all different types of bodies and styles, and people who are tall, people who are small, so I'm kind of ready for everything. JacksonWink has so many training partners, and yeah, it's just, honestly, it's just another fight to me. That's how I feel about it.
How have you adjusted into your role? It's been quite a few years now where you've been protege to Coach Alex, and that's quite a big role from holding pads for everybody else and everything that you do. How have you grown into that role?
Well, for one, Coach Alex is a great coach. He doesn't just teach you how to be a good fighter, a high-level concepts and principles, but he also teaches you how to coach. So you kind of have the ability to coach others and coach yourself, and you kind of just reiterating the things that you're learning to other people also get you better. So, like, if I'm counting like the amount of hours I train a day, I also count the hours that I was holding pads, because I consider that training still. So it's like, I'm helping some people out, but I feel like they're helping me out too, in a way, for sure.
You're growing, your skills are evolving. This would be quite the achievement, grabbing an amateur MMA title. What would it say to you and mean to you coming out with the victory, coming back with the title?
It would mean a lot. For one, it's 5 rounds. I never fought 5 rounds at MMA. I fought it in other things, but just that experience is great. And then it lets me know where I'm at. This guy's pretty tough, good record. So it would mean a lot to win it. And then just fight again in a month. That's kind of like how just my mindset is. I'm gonna fight, win the fight again, and just keep going until I make it to where I want to get to.
All right, are you going to fill us in on that, or is the destination unknown at this point?
The destination is UFC champion. I know it. That is a destination.
Well, Nicholas Gjelaj, he starts off with that big goal, knocking out a first one, grabbing an amateur belt. It's PFC 31, Beaumont, Texas. Thank you for the time, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you.